Hey guys, what's up? This is Monit and welcome back to the Get series by IST. So in today's session, we're gonna talk about how to install Git and some of the basic commands in Git. So for the installation, first of all, you need to know what OS you're on. So currently I'm working on a Windows. So I'll show you how to do it on Windows first. So you basically go to Google and you search Git download, and the very first link that pops up, it's basically git-stm/downloads. So you just click it and just select Windows, and your download should start automatically. If I already have it downloaded, so I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so if it doesn't start automatically, just click here to download manually. Okay, and go ahead and install Git. Okay, and I already have it installed, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so let's move on to Linux. In Linux, if you're working on Ubuntu, just open terminal and type in sudo apt install git dash all. Okay, and it will basically install Git. Okay, and if you're working on Fedora or any RPM based distribution, you can use sudo dnf install git all, and that's the basically same thing. Okay, and if you're working on Mac OS, there's one problem: you need to have Homebrew first. So go ahead, install Homebrew if you don't already have it, and then just go to the command line and write brew install git. Okay, also you can get the GUI for Git, and you can use it by get it by using brew install git dash GUI. Okay, so that's on the installation part. I'll wait here, just pause the video, install Git, and then come back and we'll discuss some basic commands in Git. Okay. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome to the basic command part. And in this, we're gonna talk about some of the basic commands in Git. Yes. And the very first command we're going to talk about is git config. Okay. What it does, it basically sets your username and email for any commits you make in the future. We're going to talk about how to make commits in a bit. So first, let's just, the very first thing you want to do is basically set up git config. So I have git open here. Just let me just clear it. Okay. So you just write git config and global, oops, user dot name and whatever your git username is. Okay, I'm hoping you already have a GitHub account by this point. If you don't already, just go to github.com. Okay, and just sign up. It's super simple, just username, ID, email ID, and a password, and you just verify it, and you can just create your account. Okay, I already have an account, so I'll go ahead and log in a bit, and yeah, so that's basically my username, get username, and then you just add in an email address. Okay, and that would be your email address. Okay, so next we're going to talk about is git init. Okay, so as you can see, I'm working in a desktop. If you don't know how to get to desktop, so basically how if you launch Git, you'll basically end up here, which is c/user/ whatever your username is. Okay, so let me just show that to you. So you open Git Bash, okay, and it lands you up here. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay, so it lands you here, and you can use ls to see all the folders you have. So I want to go to desktop and make a folder right there. So I'm going to go to cd and desktop. Okay, so now I'm working in desktop currently, okay, which is this space you all already know, or desktop. Okay, so first what I'm going to show you is the git init function. Okay, so if you want to make a repository from scratch, suppose you're starting a new project, use git init. Okay, so let me make a new repository. I'll show you my desktop. I already have it opened here. So I'm first gonna create a new repo. So let's call it git tutorial, because this is what it is. Okay, so I get a new folder called git tutorial, and you can see .git. It's basically a hidden item. I've unchecked that. Okay, so it's basically a hidden folder, and you can see that git has been initialized on this folder, right? Okay, so this is my git tutorial folder, and you can start a new project in it. Suppose I'm doing a webd project, so I'll just create index.html here. Yes, and yeah, I have a new document right now. Okay, so and suppose you don't want to start on a new project, so the next command is discussing that. So I can use git clone to get a project I already have. Okay, so I'm working in desktop, so I'll clone a project I already have made. Okay, so this is my GitHub. I basically went to GitHub and logged in. So this is currently my ID right now. And I'm gonna go to the project color game, which I had made before. Okay. Uh, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I basically have all of this stuff. I'm gonna pull it into my computer. And how does that work is I'm gonna write git clone, and you basically go to the repository, click on the code, and just click here to create a new repo. Okay, so that's a new repo. Just click copy, and not a new repo, but never mind that. So you basically have this copied now. So if I go to desktop, okay, so I have color game here, and it pulled everything: the index.html script, style, license, readme, and this is a hidden item. So let me just uncheck it. That's none of our business. Never go into it and work with it manually unless you know what you're doing. Okay, so now I have two repositories. This is the a new repo I made, and this is a repo I already had, and I pulled it, right? So I'm just gonna work in it. It doesn't matter which one you're working on. Okay, both work the same way. So I'm gonna work in this. So this was a project I made in my first year. Okay, and it was a simple color guessing game which gave you RGB, and you had to guess the color. Oops, 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 oops. Oh, this was the color. My bad. Okay, so it's a very simple game, nothing super fancy. Okay. Uh, you can check out the web dev part that will come after this to learn how to make something like this. Do check it out. Okay. Uh, now, suppose I add a new folder, new file here. Okay. Just like I added index.html here, I'm gonna add, suppose a how to play. Uh, I mean, I didn't really write instructions on the thing, so I'll just make a text document that says how to play. And let me just update it a bit. So you uh, guess the correct color based on the RGB values. That's basically my how to play. That's how you play the game. Okay, I'm gonna close it because it doesn't matter. Okay, so I have a file in here now. So the next command I'm going to discuss is basically related to that. So suppose I wanna add my file, okay, and you can use git add for that. So if you want to add just one file, suppose I added like 5 files in that, and I only want to commit one file, basically add one file, so I can just do git add and whatever the file name is, dash dash whatever it is. Okay, so I'm going to use dash a, which basically adds any new files you have made. Most of the time you're going to use this. Oh, I'm really sorry. So you first have to go to your repo working in. So now you can see it says desktop slash color game and master. This is basically the branch I'm working on. Okay, and the project only has one branch, master branch. Okay, you can check on branches. Okay, and you can change between branches. I'll show you how in a bit. Okay, so I'm working on master branch here, and I made a new addition, so I'm gonna add that. Okay, so it basically added it. It didn't give me any error or anything. It basically added all the new files. Okay, and then what you want to do is use the commit version. So commit, how it works is it basically records or snapshots the file permanently into the video history. So it's pretty simple. So I've added all these files, and I just wanna mark it in the version history that this file was added. So git commit m and a message. So I added how to play instructions. Okay, and let it go. So it says master, so that's a branch. Okay, and it says added how to play instructions, that's a message. One file changed, one insertions. Okay, and it will show you everything that was changed. So suppose if I messed with the JS or the CSS part or the HTML of it, so it will show you how many files were changed, how much was inserted. So here I added only one line, so it was just one line of text. Okay, it's pretty cool feature. It shows you everything, how it changed and what changed. Okay, so that's how you basically commit a file. Okay, so it's basically committing into the memory of Git. Okay, and then you can use git status to check all the files that have been committed. So git status. Okay, so on branch master, so my branch is basically ahead of master origin by one commit. Okay, because I have this file here and I don't have it in the original, right? I don't have it here yet. Let me refresh. So I don't have it here yet, right? Makes sense. Okay, so that's git status, and let me just go ahead. Okay, so the next command is git remove. So it basically removes a file. It's basically opposite of add. Okay, all right. It's a pretty simple one, so I can just do git remove. Suppose I want to remove index.html. I'm not gonna type it in, but it will basically remove index.html. I don't want to do that cause right now. Yeah. Okay. So next one is git log. It basically shows me the whole version history of the current branch. So I can just check it out. Okay. Yeah. So it shows me all the commits I've made in the branch as well. Okay. So the very first initial commit when you created the repository. Okay. And I did it on 9th of April 2020. Right. I added features, and this is today, March 15 of 2021, and I added how to play instructions. So this is the message. It shows you how it works, and you can see the messages actually. So it basically says this, right? Added the game, added new feature, added the game. This is what you basically type in the quotations. That's the message. So when I push it onto the main Git, it will basically show here added how to play instructions. Okay, all right, so let's move on. Also, there's git log follow. So it basically shows command shows the history of a file, including renaming of files. So basically, suppose I want to follow git log follow. It's not HTML. Oops, should be a double dash. Okay, so now I followed index.html. So it shows me that I added it this day. I haven't made any changes to it. I made the game locally and then uploaded it at once, the whole thing together. Okay, now the next is git show. So it basically shows us the metadata and the content of a commit. So how you're gonna see it is, when I did git log, you see this weird as string, right? And this basically it's the ID of the commit. So I can just copy it, right? And then I can do git show and commit. Git show is the commit. Alright, so it shows me all the metadata related to the commit. So it's a new file, more index, how to play.txt was the name of the file. Okay, and it's basically the author. So this is where we added git config, right? So Monit Gupta, and this is my email ID, which I had added before. So I didn't really show it again, right? Okay, so next is git branch. So it's used to list all the branches in the repo. So my repo only has the master branch. I haven't created any branch. So let me show you how to create a new branch. So I can just write git branch. Suppose it's version 1.02. Suppose I added a new feature and I want to work in a branch for that. Okay. So that basically creates the new branch, and you can use git branch d and the branch name to delete the branch. Let me show you first that the branch exists and how to go between switch between from one branch to another. So you basically use git checkout, right? So git checkout branch name. So this command is used to switch from one branch to another. Okay, so I'm gonna do git branch, sorry, not branch, checkout, and I'm gonna go to version 1.02. So it says to 1.02. So we're working master, and now we're working in 1.02. Okay, and you can use git checkout b to create a branch and switch to it. Okay, and I'm gonna just delete this branch right now. So let me just go back to working on master, checkout master, checkout master. Oops. Um, yep. No, oops. Okay, so I'm working in master again, and I'll just delete version 1.02. So git branch d version 1.02. So it's deleted now. Okay, so next is git merge. So suppose you're working in two branches. So suppose I made like a version. So suppose I made version 1.02 and I made version 1.03. Okay, and now I want to merge everything that was in 1.02 and 1.03. So you can use git merge. Okay, so I'll just check out to 1.02 and I'll merge it to 1.03. Okay, simple stuff, nothing too advanced here. Okay, so the next is git remote. So it basically uh, adds me to the remote link server. So what is that? It basically is the server for the repository you're going to be pushing your stuff at. So right now I've committed everything, but nothing is updated on this web page. All right. So it had commits on April 9th. Nothing has been committed yet. Okay. So how am I going to commit this? Is basically first I add. So for committing this, basically first I use git remote add. So I'm gonna write git remote add origin master. Okay. So um just a second. Okay. So sorry, uh there was a problem. Okay. So what was I saying? Okay, so remote, how it works is you do git remote add, and origin is basically my variable name. Okay, so it basically sets the origin to this, and what I'm gonna do, I have to add the repo link. So this is my repo link. I'm gonna copy it and paste. Oops. Yeah, so it's basically a clone, right? So the remote origin already exists. So if you're working on a new repo, so let me just go to, what was a new repo? So it was git tutorial, right? So cd git tutorial, and I do git remote add origin and then the link, GitHub link, after creating the repo in GitHub. So it will basically set the origin to that. Okay, so that would work. Okay, so let me just go back to color game. Okay, so here I am. My origins already does, so that's how you basically add your how you connect your local repository to the remote server. Okay, and then suppose I want to push it. Okay, so how am I going to push it? I'm going to use git push origin, that was my variable name, and to master. So this command basically sends the committed changes to your remote repository. Okay, the remote repository is basically this repository. Okay, so how it works is it's stored in some server that's owned by Git. Okay, and I can pull it and clone it anytime I want to work on any device I want. Okay, and a bunch of people can do that with me, and that's you guys must have already learned how version control works. So that's basically the remote server. Okay, so I'm going to push it. So do git push remote, not remote, origin master. Okay, that should push all my changes to the master branch. Okay, so it's gonna ask my username and email, so that's oops. Okay, so you basically add in your login ID and password to GitHub, and then it pushes it. Okay, so counting objects, so there were 4 objects to be pushed, and it pushed all the objects. So now if we go here and reload, we see how to play.txt, and this is my message. That was my commit message 12 minutes ago. I committed it 12 minutes ago, and here we are. So that's basically all for the basic commands. Okay, it's pretty simple how you work with branches and how you add files and how you clone a repo and everything. So that's about it.